There are hundreds of books promising the secret to life. How to wake up, how to think, how to eat, plan, love, even how to breathe the right way. They sell formulas, systems, ancient secrets that apparently no one else knew. But here's the quiet truth. Most of them just decorate what we already understand. Because life itself is not complicated, we just hate simple answers. You don't need a perfect system. You just need awareness. Not more control, more clarity. This isn't about fixing your life. It's about learning to stop fighting what already works. Chapter 1. The Stillness Paradox. We think strength comes from action, pushing harder, running faster, doing more. But real strength begins with recovery. When you rest, your nervous system switches from defense to growth. Muscles rebuild, ideas settle, emotions reset. Silence isn't the absence of progress. It's where progress begins. We've been taught that rest is weakness, a delay, a luxury. It's not. It's the maintenance that keeps you alive. The body heals in sleep. The mind heals in pause. Stillness isn't doing nothing. It's doing what matters most, renewing your capacity to live. Chapter 2. The Noise of the Mind. We've forgotten how to be quiet. The moment silence appears, we fill it podcasts, notifications, scrolling, chatter. But the mind, like a lake, only reflects clearly when it's still. Silence isn't empty, it's the space where thoughts align and meaning appears. The brain's default mode network activates when you're not doing anything. That's when insights connect. 15 minutes without noise can do more for clarity than 5 hours of productivity. The modern skill isn't focus, it's noticing what pulls it away. Chapter 3. The Time Paradox. We're obsessed with saving time. But time isn't lost. It's simply lived badly. We fill calendars, chase deadlines, squeeze hours until life becomes a checklist. Speed feels like control, but it steals depth. True productivity isn't about pace. It's about precision, choosing what actually matters. Slow doesn't mean unmotivated. Slow means present. The faster you move, the less you remember. The slower you go, the more life you actually meet. So if this already resonates, tap subscribe and hit like. Chapter 4. The Meaning Trap. We treat finding purpose like a scavenger hunt, as if one day we'll stumble on it and everything will click. But meaning isn't found. It's built from the things you consistently give attention to. You build it when you help someone, when you stay honest in small decisions, when you turn routine into care. Purpose is a byproduct of participation. It grows when you stop asking, "What's the point?" and start living as if you already know. Chapter 5. The Happiness Illusion. Happiness isn't a goal. It's a side effect. You can't chase it. The faster you run, the faster it hides. You don't achieve happiness by fixing everything. You feel it when you move, when you grow, when you give. Neuroscience calls it the hedonic treadmill. You win, you adapt, you want more. So stop sprinting after joy. Choose meaning, not mood. Happiness arrives quietly, not as fireworks, but as peace between the noise. Chapter 6. The Lens of the Mind. Your brain doesn't show you the truth. It shows you a story that keeps you comfortable. You filter, edit, and narrate everything. Confirmation bias makes you seek agreement. Negativity bias makes you remember pain longer than joy. The halo effect makes you confuse beauty with virtue. But once you see the filter, you have power. You can ask, what else might be true? That question alone can break the illusion. You can't remove bias, but you can become bigger than it. Chapter 7. The Emotion Paradox. Control yourself, we say. But emotions don't vanish on command. They amplify. The more you resist anger, fear, or sadness, the more they fight back. Real emotional mastery isn't about suppression, it's about permission. Name what you feel. Breathe through it. Don't act from emotion. Act after it. I'm angry. is data. I attack is a choice. Emotions aren't enemies. They're messages. And when you start listening instead of silencing, they turn from chaos into compass. Chapter 8. Memory, the editor. Memory isn't a file cabinet, it's a film studio. Each time you remember, you edit the footage. The lighting changes, the dialogue softens, the story shifts. That's why nostalgia feels warmer than reality. You've recolored it with what you know now. Instead of fearing the brain's edits, use them. Reframe your past with compassion, not judgment. You can't change what happened, but you can change the meaning you give it. And meaning, not memory, shapes who you become. Chapter 9. Autopilot. You don't have bad habits. You have perfectly designed systems that just produce poor results. Habits are loops, cue, routine, reward. You can't delete them, but you can replace the middle step. Same cue, same reward, better path. Stress, scroll, dopamine. Replace scroll with walk. Same relief, better outcome. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. So build systems that make your autopilot an ally. Chapter 10. The 20/80 Rule. 80% of results come from 20% of actions. That's not philosophy, that's statistics, visible in business, learning, health, even happiness. But we major in minor things. We polish the trivial and postpone the vital. Real progress means asking, what actually moves the needle? Do more of that, and let the rest fall away. Simplicity isn't about having less. It's about wasting less. Chapter 11. The compound effect. Small changes are invisible until they aren't. Improve by 1% a day, and by next year, you're 37 times better. Decline by 1% a day, and you're barely 3% of who you were. That's the math of life. The tiny choices compound both directions. Success isn't motivation. It's arithmetic. One small action today isn't small. It's an investment in your future self. Chapter 12. The decision drain. We think we're tired from work, but mostly, we're tired from deciding. Every choice burns energy. Every "what should I do next" drains willpower. The solution isn't discipline, it's design. Plan tomorrow, tonight. Automate what's repetitive. Make the right action the easy one. Freedom doesn't mean having infinite options. It means building a life where the good options are obvious. Chapter 13. The spiral of growth. Life isn't linear. You don't graduate from your lessons, you revisit them. You'll meet the same fears at higher levels, the same doubts in new disguises. That's not failure. That's evolution. Progress looks like circles, but each time, the circle expands. Stop expecting straight lines. Start respecting spirals. Chapter 14. Resistance. The things you avoid are often your biggest teachers. Fear, procrastination, self-doubt, they're not walls. They're doorways. Resistance is a compass. It points exactly where growth hides. The work you resist most is usually the work that matters most. Move toward discomfort gently, not heroically. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's walking with it anyway. Chapter 15. You are a process. You're not a fixed identity. You're an ongoing draft, always being rewritten. Who you were 5 years ago isn't gone. They're part of your evolution. Stop asking, "Who am I?" Start asking, "Who am I becoming?" You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to keep moving in the direction that feels honest. You are not a result, you are a process that keeps creating itself. A simple life isn't smaller, it's sharper. Stillness builds strength, silence builds clarity, systems build freedom. Meaning grows when attention stays. Happiness follows when you stop chasing. And you, the process, not the product, are already enough. Once you finally stop trying to be perfect,